I wanted to make a YouTube video, even though my mother watches my YouTube and she doesn't like me talking about demons. He's a god, he's a demon, he's a duke of hell, and his name is Valefor, and this is his symbol. And Valefor, he's like my favorite male demon because he does something with the hands where, and this is recorded in history as people who work with Valefor will always say, there's something he does with your hands that is just absolutely incredible. It's like a superhuman ability with your hands, where Valefor, he teaches all about stealing, and he teaches the ethics of stealing, and he can help you steal. He can help. Like, the first time I worked with Valefor, he came to me really quick. Like, I tried to contact him when I was like 17. Apparently, he said, well, I figured I was too young to work with him because when you're handling these guides, you got to be like mature enough. You got to be prepared. They can shock you. The first time I worked with him, I checked in the mirror, and my hands were moving like really quick, like super quick. Like, if I would have caught this on camera, and I did, I caught it on camera. It's like a superhuman level where, like, 1 second my hand is here, and the other second it's here without you seeing my hand move at all. And when he enters you or works with you, you'll become bisexual. Like, when I was taught about him at first, they said he's a bisexual god. He's highly bisexual. You'll start to act like bisexual. Like, your voice will take on a tone of a bisexual man. You'll start to walk and act like gayish. But the reason he does that is because when you behave bisexual, you lower your guard. People are less threatened by you as a man because they're like, oh, he's gay, he's not a threat. But that's what the guy does, is he makes you turn bisexual. He makes you act bisexual so that people aren't suspicious of you. This is what he teaches with stealing. And then you can go into a store, or you can go anywhere, and you can he teaches you how to manipulate time, and he teaches all about touch. He teaches all about everything that you are is in your hands, and everything that you are is in your touch. And so you could walk into a store, and you could take, with what he teaches you, you could take everything in the store and hide it and walk out, and people would say, thanks for coming. And you like, yeah, oh my God, yeah, I'm so cool right now. And Valefor teaches about stealing. Like, I think anybody who can withstand Valefor's teaching is a good person, because he'll teach you how to steal. He will make you able to steal anything. Like, if you work with Valefor, you'll be able to steal whatever you want to steal. However, like, you'll be able to do it, and that's tempting. To be able to steal whatever you want and get away with it is tempting. So what he does is he makes you think about, what do you really want in life? Because if you could take anything that you want in life, would you take it? Like, what do you want? And when I had this ability, I realized, there's nothing I actually want that's sold in stores. There's nothing I want at all. And so he makes you think philosophically deeper about what is it that you want. And his main teaching is the teaching of touch. It's all about your hands with him. Everything's about it's incredible what he does with your hands. I want to show, next time, like, I'm with him, and because he's busy. He was with me last night, and I was looking at my hands. I started cracking up. I was like, yo, this is absolutely amazing. Like, the extraness that he puts in the touch, he makes everything that you do, everything that you touch, extra. If you're touching your phone, he's feeling your phone. Like, he's making you absorb every little bit of touch that you feel, and he's putting extra into everything that he does with touch. And when you wash your hands, the first time I met him, he had me wash my hands for like 30 minutes, and he was teaching me, you have like a million different notches in the hand, where like each one has its own special feature. He's like, this area of the hand right here pertains to memory, this area of the hand right here pertains to giving up, so you want to strengthen this area of the hand. And he says, Russell, when you get caught stealing, what's the first thing the officer says to you? Show me your hands. Hands up. They want to see your hands. And so he has you display your hands in like a certain way, where, by the way, this is like a spiritual light. If you ever notice with my videos, I control light like really good, where this is what we meditate on. We meditate on balls of light. with our folks, where I can touch that light, I can feel where that light is, and I can manipulate where it wants to go, because I've been taught how to be sensitive to touch from this God and from other workings of gods. Which, if you don't believe in gods, that's perfectly normal. But all we're saying as Satanists is, when we look into this symbol and when we call on the God and light a candle to him, we all experience the same thing. We all get the same teaching, and it's not from our deep part of our mind. It's not. That's my understanding. They're real beings that can interact with you, but you don't have to believe. It takes a lot of experience to believe it. Even like today, I question. I always have. They want you to question and ask a bunch of questions until you're certain about what you're trying to find out. But he'll have you position your hands in a way so that when you're in the store, you're putting people at ease by the way that you're positioning your hands. So immediately they think this guy is a gay guy. He's so friendly. He dresses. Valefor loves to touch you. He loves touching every little piece of fabric that you have. He likes checking pockets really quick. He likes everything with the hands. Whoever recorded him first in history said something about his hands, and then the high priests were like, yo, this guy will teach you dexterity with your hands. Also, Valefor is a doctor god. He can heal you of anything that you have going on wrong with you just through using your mind. And the problem working with Valefor and most of these guys is they'll give you whatever you want. They'll cure you of whatever you have going on with you, and then they'll say, well, what else do you want? And that's where it's like, shit, well, I don't know what I want. So that's all they're teaching you, is to do what you want and to feel what you want, because it's gonna run out. But Valefor is an amazing guy. I worked with him a couple times, twice, maybe 3 times. He helped me through a death of a friend. He helped me more than the death of a friend. He had me go to the funeral home and cry. And but he likes the hands. That's all I can say is if you ever meditate enough and you get to work with this guy Valefor, which I hope other Satanists see this video on YouTube. Valefor is the shit. He's a god, but he's in particularly my favorite male god. I'm not knocking any, all the gods are my favorite. They make you feel like they're your, each one is your favorite. But recently I was just cracking up. The shit that he does with your hands makes you so quick. Because he's so cunning. This guy is so cunning, and everything that he does is just it's miraculous what he can do. But he's teaching you to use your hands, to heal people with your hands, to use your hands in conversation, to focus on what you touch, because what you touch, you become.